Dear grade 8 students, our lesson is going to start from Unit 13. Now, Unit 13 and with the subchapter equality fractions, percentage and decimals. Now, here we are going to learn how to convert from fraction to percentage to decimals, converting between them each other. Now let's start with the term percent. What does it mean? The term percent comes from the Latin per centum. The Latin word centum means 100. You will see cent in various words. For example, a century, it means 100 years, and there are 100 cents in a dollar. You need to be able to convert fractions and decimals to percentage. Now I think we have enough base to understand this one and enough base to solve the next examples. Now let's start to solve our first example. Our first example is this one. Now write the fraction 36 divided by 80 as a percentage. Now what we have here? Here we have 36 over 80. Now let's write 36 over 80. Now let's cancel the fraction, finding simplest form of this one, of this fraction. Now by which number we can simplify this one? Okay, it's better to simplify by 4. Now let's go on. 36 divided by 4, it's 9, divided by 80 divided by 4, it's 20. Now what we get? We get the simplest form of this fraction. Now we are going to multiply this fraction 9 over 20 by 100. Now after doing this operation, here we are going to simplify this 20. Okay, by itself 20, there will be 1. Okay, here will be 5. 100 divided by 20 is 5. What we have here as a result we have 9 multiplied 5 is 45, and it's percent. Now it's 36 over 80 will be equal to 45%. As a percent, we can write it 45%. Now, let's go to the next example. Our next example is this one. Now, while you are reading on the screen, I erase the board. Now, example 2. Using a calculator, write 19 over 30 as a percentage and round it to the nearest whole percent. Now let's go. Here we have 19 over 32. Now using our calculator, we are going to find it. That the result of 19 divided by 32 on our calculator, we are going to see the result 0.5937 and 5. Now this is the result. After division we get. Okay, now what we need to do? Now to multiply it by 100 to convert it to the percentage. Let's do it. 0.59375 multiplied by 100. Okay, the result will be 59.375 percentage. Now if we are going to round this one to the nearest whole percent, it will be 59%. Now with this one we finish our second example. Let's go to the next one. Now to the next example is our next example is on the screen. You are going to read it. Okay. Now our next example is change this percentage into fractions in their lowest terms and decimals. Now let's change them to the percentage we have, and we need to change them to the fractions and to the decimal. Now let's go on. We have 35%. This is the A. Now how we are going to change it to the fraction? Now we can write it directly, 35 over 100. Now to find the lowest term, it means we need to simplify it. Let's try to simplify this one. We can simplify this one by 5, this one also by 5. Now what we will get? 35 divided by 5, 7, and 100 divided by 5 is 20. Now as a fraction, we found the simplest form or lowest terms as a fraction. Now how we are going to write this one as a decimal? Now for writing as a decimal, it will be directly here. From here we can write directly as a 35%. We can write it directly as 0.35, or here we can continue 7 over 20, 7 over 20 multiplying by 100, it will be 35, 0.35. Now let's go to B. B will be equal to 8%. Now 8% as a fraction, we can write 8 over 100. If we are going to make simplification here by 4 and here by 4, we will get 2 over 25. Now this will be, we can write 80% directly. 80% we can write directly 0.08. Now with this one we finished our example. Let's continue. Let's go to the next example. Now next example is this one. 450 grams of peas contain 80 kilograms of sugar. What percentage of the peas is sugar? Now let's write as a fraction this one. Now we can write it 18 gram of sugar to, let's say, 450 grams of peas. Now we wrote this fraction. Now we should find the percentage of this one. Now let's try to simplify this fraction. Here we can do simplification by 18 and here by 18. Now the result will be, at the result we will get 1 over 25. 1 over 25. Now to get this one to percentage, 1 over 25, we are going to multiply 100. As a result we will get, making simplification 1 and 4 1 multiplied 4%, it will be. Now, so 40%, 4% of the piece is sugar. Now we can write here 4% of the piece is sugar. Now with this one, today we finish our lesson. Now let's see our homework. Now our homework is page 204, exercises 13a. I hope you are going to do your job. See you tomorrow.